So Rachel Zegler has decided to go out and white knight for Taylor Swift because a lot of people have had opinions about her relationship with Travis Kelce. And specifically, this Barstool Sports host called for a sex tape before he believes that the relationship is real rather than a PR stunt. We covered that before on the show, didn't we? We watched that clip.
Yes.
And it really enraged the Swifties, Rachel Zegler among them. So this was her response. She said, "It's not news that the media is particularly and unwarrantedly cruel to Taylor Swift, but the way men feel entitled to speak about women, their bodies, and their sex lives needs to be seriously evaluated." Okay. First of all, the media is not cruel to Taylor Swift. Like, the media isn't cruel to pretty much any A-list celebrity at this point. I wish they were. I wish that trashy tabloid culture was still a thing, and that, you know, we would call Lindsay Lohan a fat whale when she, you know, gains 10 pounds. But that's not the way the media works anymore. They're totally in Taylor Swift's pocket, and they've been celebrating this relationship, whether it's real or not.
Too much money to be made. Yeah,
there's too much money to be made if not. So she said, "You will never see people speaking this way about a man. That goes for a lot of different scenarios. We do not pick apart men's attitudes and relationships the way that we do women's.
Do you agree with that?
And it's not always just men who speak this way about us. Women can and do too. It sucks."
Do you agree with that? Do they not pick apart men?
Okay, in this clip...
Technically, how is that possible if men are in the relationship?
Can we show the Barstool clip just to give context to this? Because they're clearly talking about Travis Kelce as well. Yeah. Like, Travis Kelce is having his relationship talked about just as much as Taylor Swift is.
Technically, these guys would be more inclined to talk about Travis Kelce because it's a Barstool show, so they'd be talking about football more than they'd be talking about her.
Right,
so.
yeah.
I'll say this. If Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift release a sex video, I'll consummate this relationship and be like, fine, you guys can have sex.
He almost said marriage.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't buy it until I see some dick in vagina.
Do you think... Is she
I'm saying that right now.
Is she pregnant?
P&V.
I haven't seen her drinking at these games. I saw her drinking some juice.
P&V, otherwise it's not really.
Drinking some juice.
Should we demand it?
I want to see...
I want to see P&V. I want to see insertion.
I want to see P and A.
Okay, you guys get the picture, okay? But he's talking about Travis Kelce's P.
Yep.
He's talking about Travis Kelce's P and Taylor Swift's V. So how is Travis Kelce not having his relationship and his body and his decisions picked apart here just as much?
And of course, it would have to do with more with, like, men commenting on it would be more on the internet, right? Because in the real world, I feel like women would be more likely to gossip about something like this in the real world. True,
until somebody tries to secretly film you for a TikTok and then expose you.
Yes.
For gossiping about your friends.
Yeah.
Rachel Zegler also added, "Leave Taylor Swift alone." Remember how Chris Crocker went trans?
No.
He transitioned.
Okay.
MTF. I think the new name is Chrissy.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
Well,
yeah.
the point is like, well,
Unstable
she's just getting her connected to Taylor, who's very popular right now.
And then she said, "Seeing a lot of it's a joke. But you've got to understand that since the beginning of time, you can't take a joke has been synonymous with let me say a horrible thing about women without suffering the consequences.
Again,
we are sick and tired. It's never been funny. Get a life." That's what she said.
I mean, that's been true of men and women. You can't take a joke. It's been a universal term. It has nothing to do with just women.
Right.
Like...
I don't understand how Taylor Swift is this sacred cow that we can't joke about.
Well, there's all sorts of sacred cows we're not supposed to talk about apparently, but she's one of the ones that you're just not allowed to insult.
People just act like she's so put upon, and like the media is so cruel to her. I would say the paparazzi maybe, and the media in general is fawning over her constantly.
And Rachel Zegler doing this is like Taylor Swift is but a body, right? She's like, she would be doing this about any woman in power, that any famous woman that she could turn to protect, because her pronouns say she, her, hers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't feel like this is the type of thing that's going to win her any favor, but she doesn't seem to be suffering anymore. Like, they're not going to cancel her movie. We're going to have to see how The Hunger Games comes out.
Yeah, I was confused about the SAG strike. It is still ongoing, but Rachel Zegler has a pinned tweet promoting the Hunger Games prequel movie she's in, and she's liking tweets that are about the movie, so maybe she's like kind of in a limbo state. The SAG strike is going to end in probably the next month, right?
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah. But I think she just wants she wants to be friends with someone more famous than her.
Yeah, well, it'd be good for her career.
Yeah,
if
to
that was
boost
true,
herself up.
To boost her image. But that's the thing, like when you reach a certain level of celebrity, you do have to start looking at all relationships as a form of beneficial commerce for yourself, right? So there was a thing today where like Sophie Turner was like wearing like a Fearless bracelet, which gets her promotion because it has to do with Taylor Swift. And it helps her in her public image crisis going on right now with Joe Jonas. Go watch the Ryan Long's stuff from this weekend. It was really, really good.
Can you imagine, Brett, getting married and then things go south, you get a divorce, and your ex-wife starts hanging out with all of your ex-girlfriends? It's very sinister. That I don't know why that should make her look good.
That would never happen to me. My ex-girlfriends would never hang out. They would always, they're not part of the same friend group. So I guess they weren't either, right?
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
It was a totally orchestrated hangout. They're not actually friends.
It's actually more of a compliment to Joe Jonas. He's like, I'm literally so effective at being bad that or Taylor Swift says, I'm literally so good at being an ex-girlfriend that I've brought together an Avengers-style group of women who have been slighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, also, not just that though. Olivia Wilde is pissed.
Olivia Wilde seems to be kind of pressed that Taylor Swift is dating an athlete instead of a climate scientist.
Got the tweet right here.
She posted to her Instagram story, I wish that Taylor Swift was in love with a climate scientist. A lot of people were saying this isn't a diss because she's just talking about Taylor Swift's relevance, like whoever she dates is going to become a more relevant figure in the cultural consciousness.
Yeah.
So if she were to date a climate scientist, I guess Gen Z would care more about the environment.
I guess. Doesn't Gen Z care more about the environment, or is that millennials that care more about the environment?
Gen Z doesn't care about anything.
If you take it seriously at its word, it just shows you how brain dead and how depressing the world is now, where even things like finding love have to be about saving the environment. Sorry, no thank you.
Yeah, she should date an activist. Like what next?
Ugh, like that used to be something that you said with derision.
But it is true. Like the point underlying it is true, because I saw that Travis Kelce is now the third most searched person, second to it's first Taylor Swift, then Beyonce, then Travis Kelce.
Okay. Well, Beyonce
in search terms
it's kind of funny because Beyonce does it without even trying. Like I don't feel like I hear that much about her. She's that popular.
Yeah, I don't get it. Her concert film is not going to do as well as Taylor Swift's.
Yes.
She's just kind of hopping on the bandwagon.
Yep.
But I think that maybe Olivia Wilde is just mad that she also dated Harry Styles. So they're Eskimo sisters. Like Harry Styles accidentally called Olivia Wilde.
Is the term for women the same? Is it considered like Eskimo bros is a thing? Is it considered Eskimo sisters? I have no idea. I've never heard that one. Yeah, it's I've never
it translates.
Heard that one for women.
Also, I sent you this video that Brittany Martinez posted, where there's this theory that Taylor Swift is kind of taking over search engine optimization for her own name. So by releasing that song Slut, first of all, if you Google Taylor Swift's Slut, you're going to find her song, not people insulting her. And now if you Google Taylor Swift private jet, you're going to find results of her attending a Jets game. So, I think I'm buying it. I think that she actually is gaming the system here.
You think she did this on purpose?
So that people would stop talking about...
That's why she didn't go to the Minnesota game? But if she only went to the Jets game, it would be suspicious, so she went to the game before it, too?
Yeah, she is getting people to stop talking about the fact that her private jet is single-handedly causing global warming.
I mean, then she doesn't have to date Travis Kelce to do that. She could just go to Jets games.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to watch this video?
Sure.
Okay.
Y'all can call me a conspiracy theorist if you want, but this whole thing with Taylor Swift and the Jets game, I buy it. So we all know that she uses her private jet so much. In 2022, she used it 170 times, and that was not on tour. She obviously faced a lot of backlash for that, especially since she's talked about climate change before. So it only makes sense that whenever you type in Taylor Swift jets, articles that would come up would typically be the ones about her polluting and her jet usage. Brittany Mueller, an SEO consultant, says that Taylor Swift attended the Jets game as a strategic SEO play to bury her jet emissions stories. Genius. Before, when you would type in Taylor Swift's jets on Google,
I mean, were those results really hurting her? Did anybody actually care?
No, they didn't care, theoretically.
Like, nobody cared.
But
would get stories about her and her jets. Now you are getting articles about her attending the game. One of the first articles that was written about her attending the game, it was written by Dennis Wasak Jr. He is a writer who covers the Jets and NFL. Is that not screaming inside job? And in
I guess.
Do you think that she's doing this on purpose?
I wonder if it's just that fortune favors her and she's just very, very lucky. Maybe she's just very, very lucky.
Is luck a real thing in your opinion?
I mean, I guess she's successful.
Is it luck or is
enough
she
to-
just smart? I don't know.
I mean, in this case, it could just be, I mean, this would be luck. If she didn't actually plan it, then that would be the definition of luck. And then it's everybody else reading into it. They're seeing 4D chess where there are none. These are the QAnons of Taylor Swift fandom.
She does have a fandom full of Q-level conspiracy theorists.
That's what this is right here.
Yes.
It's Q-level conspiracy theorists that are out to make her seem like she's Trump.
I believe it. I'm more likely to believe that Taylor Swift is playing 4D chess than Trump. I do think she's quite a calculating lady.
Could be true. I don't know. It is also possible that maybe like the next guy she dates will be a climate scientist. I totally buy that. I totally buy that.
That'd be a little out of left field.
Would be well, you know, like somebody. Well, no, Joe Alwyn was like a musician, right?
He was an actor.
Oh, he's an actor. Okay.
Kind of. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.